Welcome back to Gen X Media 7. And what do we have here in California? Trump demands two things for LA: voter ID and to release the water. I still don't understand why the water is a big thing. Why are the fire hydrants don't have water pressure? I still don't understand that. I'm not understanding what's going on out there, you know? But we're going to check this out right quick. Just give me a couple.
Thank you very much. Everybody thought I was going to California. No. Stop in North Carolina first because they've been abused by what's happened. I mean, it's terrible. It should have been done. It should have been, a lot of things should have happened that didn't happen. So we're here. We're going to fix it out. We're working with the gentleman behind me, and you know who they are, and we're going to fix it. And we're going to fix it as fast as you can. It's a massive amount of damage. FEMA has really let us down, let the country down, and I don't know if that's Biden's fault or whose fault it is, but we're going to take over and we're going to do a good job. We're going to assign Mr. Watley, who's fantastic, frankly, and the governor and everybody else that's going to work. We're going to supply the money, supply a lot of the money. Maybe you have to chip in something. You'll chip in a little something, like maybe 25% or whatever. But we're going to get it done as quickly as we can. And we want to take care of the people of North Carolina. It's so interesting. Everybody's talking about California. And that's a mess. But I said, I'm not going to California until I stop in North Carolina. So here we are. We're going to go visit the site, and we're going to work with probably 3 of the congressmen, Republican congressmen, who've been fantastic, whose areas have been affected, and with Michael Watley, the governor, and whoever tried to get involved. Probably less FEMA, because FEMA just hasn't done the job. And we're looking at the whole concept of FEMA. I like, frankly, the concept when North Carolina gets hit, the governor takes care of it. When Florida gets hit, the governor takes care of it, meaning the state takes care of it. To have a group of people come in from an area that don't even know where they're going in order to solve immediately a problem is something that never worked for me. But this is probably one of the best examples of it not working. And there's been some others, like in Louisiana, etc. So we're going to be doing something on FEMA that I think most people agree. I'd like to see the states take care of disasters. Let the state take care of the tornadoes and the hurricanes and all of the other things that happen. And I think you're going to find it a lot less expensive. You'll do it for less than half, and you're going to get a lot quicker response. So that seems to be the recommendation, but we'll be making that recommendation over the next couple of weeks. We're going to go to the site now, and we're going to figure out a plan for really demolition and cleaning, because not a lot's been done, and we're very disappointed in the Biden administration, but we're going to make up for lost time. And I said I'd do that, and this is about the earliest we could possibly be here. And we're honored to be here. This has been a great state. They're great people, and they've really been mishandled. But this group is going to be great, and we're going to get it taken care of. Any questions?
How will you respond to FEMA? Do you expect to ask Congress for additional aid for North Carolina and California?
It will be direct. In other words, the aid will go through us. So rather than going through FEMA, it will go through us. And I think maybe this is a good place to start. Because, and in all fairness to the governor, and in all fairness to everybody else, FEMA was not on the ball. And we're going to turn it all around. Yes.
A lot of Americans think that this is symbolic of what your campaign was all about. America first, putting your priorities to Americans. Even going to California, where their policies might have been one of the biggest reasons why they've had these problems. But you're putting the American people first. Your thoughts on that?
We are. Thank you. I like that question. Boy, I want more questions like that. That's even a statement. Thank you very much. He's a good man, that guy. And he's also a very professional reporter, I have to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're putting America first. We're putting, in this case, North Carolina and California. We're going to do a good job in California. That is a disaster like, I don't know if we've ever seen anything like it, frankly. They say the biggest in the history of California. I think, has anything bigger than that happened in the whole country ever? It looks like, I don't want to say what it looks like, but you know what I'm going to say. It looks like something hit it. And we won't talk about what hit it, but it is a bad, bad situation. And I guess I'm going to meet with some government officials, but I mean, much more importantly, and in California, just to revert to it for a second, millions of gallons of water are waiting to be poured down through already the half pipes that are already built. I mean, they've been up for 40 years, and about 20 years ago, they turned off the water. And it's the water that comes from the Pacific Northwest. Some of it comes out of Canada, and it flows there, and it probably has flowed there for 1 million years. And they turned it off, and they routed out to the Pacific. And in the meantime, you don't have water in the hydrants. You don't have water in the sprinkler systems. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And everyone's trying to figure out, why aren't they turning it back? They say it's the Delta smelt. It's a fish. But I find that hard to believe. But we'll figure it out. And without doing that, you're going to continue to have problems.
Mr. President, what are you prepared to do, sir, if OPEC doesn't respond to your call to cut oil prices?
Well, we want to see OPEC cut the price of oil, and that will automatically stop the tragedy that's taking place in Ukraine. It's a butchering tragedy for both sides, by the way. A tremendous number of Russian soldiers are dead. Tremendous number of Ukrainian soldiers, and a lot of people are dead from the bombing of the cities. But right now, it's just bullets whacking and hitting men, mostly men, almost in all cases men. And over 1 million men are killed, and they're losing thousands of people a week. It's crazy. It's a crazy war, and it never would have happened if I was president. Would never have happened. This is crazy that it happened, but we want to stop it. Now, one way to stop it quickly is for OPEC to stop making so much money and to drop the price of oil, because they have it nice and high. And if you have it high, that war's not going to end so easily. So OPEC ought to get on the ball, and they ought to drop the price of oil, and that war will stop right away.
Mr. President, funding to Los Angeles because of its sanctuary city policy?
I want to see two things in Los Angeles: voter ID, so that the people have a chance to vote, and I want to see the water be released and come down into Los Angeles and throughout the state. Those are the two things. After that, I will be the greatest president that California has ever seen. I want the water to come down and come down to Los Angeles, and also go out to all the farmland that's barren and dry. You know, they have land that they say is the equivalent of the land in Iowa, which is about as good as there is anywhere on earth. The problem is it's artificial, because they artificially stop the water from going onto the land. So I want two things. I want voter ID for the people of California, and they all want it. Right now, you don't have voter ID. People want to have voter identification. You want to have proof of citizenship. Ideally, you have one-day voting, but I just want voter ID as a start, and I want the water to be released, and they're going to get a lot of help from the U.S. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a little while. We'll see you at the site. We'll see you at the site.
Is this more about the deportation flights? Where are they going from? Where are they going to?
Well, I wanted it to be heard in President Trump's voice himself. The voter ID aspect was thrown in towards the end because it's a small, minute thing, and what I noticed, a lot of media would rather focus on the voter ID thing, of which should have been put into place in every state in the union already. It shouldn't even be a thing right now. You know, why wouldn't you need an ID? And I was surprised because I had my registration card and my driver's license when I went to vote, and I had my voter registrations card, expecting them to ask me for it, but they didn't, and it was kind of weird to me. So that means any illegal alien that broke into this country illegally could just go to the polls and vote, and you know who they were going to vote for, since it was so easy for them to get into the country. They're going to overwhelmingly vote for the Democrats. And that's what they were counting on when they opened the border up like that. And the casualties, the side effects of this situation, like the lady who was set on fire in the subway in New York. These are the side effects of these open border policies that Biden and Harris allowed to happen. And I don't understand the situation in California as far as why. I don't understand why there's no water in the fire hydrants. Somebody jump in the comment section, enlighten me, cause I don't know. I don't know why that's a thing. Maybe you can help us. You know, anybody that's like me that don't understand, feel free to just, give us some information. Like, why is that a thing? Why is that going on? Because during one of the most horrific wildfires in the history of California, you need water pressure in those fire hydrants to fight these flames, to even get them to the point where you can maintain them, to then airdrop the chemicals on them from above to completely squelch out the flames. And you can't even do that because there's no water pressure in coming out of the hydrants. So Trump bringing up the voter ID law and saying, well, they basically have to turn on the water from the pipes that they turned off. I mean, it's just, keep in mind, I'm on the outside looking in, like a lot of people around the country, and we just don't understand what's the deal with the fire hydrants. So that's why I'm asking people that live in California. You live there for an extended period of time. You're from California, born and raised, whatever the case may be. If you know why those fire hydrants are not on, there's no water pressure, please feel free to jump in the comment section and let us know, because I want to know, because that it just doesn't sound right to me. And so that being said, this is Gen X Media 7, where we converse. We talk about any and all stories on this channel, and we all trying to get to a prosperity point in America. We want to all do good and make America first again. We want to fight against censorship, because information is important, and when people of more power hide information from you, it gives them the power to be tyrants over you. And this is the gaslighting that comes from the left a lot. They accuse other people of doing the very same things that they are doing. So hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, give me an algorithm, because these videos and messages need to go out all over the world. That being said, this is Gen X Media 7, and this transmission is over.